Bad news if you're a fan of our Philadelphia series. That's not going to happen anymore because we're going to move to Las Vegas, specifically Henderson, Nevada.
So we plan to move to the Las Vegas area after Josh, our son, graduated from high school. That would be in another 3 years. He's a sophomore. We decided, why wait? Everyone was game to do it now. He didn't care about leaving his school and going to the next school, so.
And life is short. Live the life you want.
We went through a lot of iterations of where we went to live. We thought we went to live in Summerlin or Henderson, looking at houses in Summerlin, newer houses. You just pay a premium for the house. You get a much smaller house, not as fancy, just because of the land, where you're at. Henderson seems more, better economically. So we pretty much ruled out Summerlin and we're focusing on Henderson.
And the school district in Henderson had a lot of the highly rated schools in the area.
In Henderson, we picked 4 schools that we thought were good enough for our son. Just based on the current school he's going to in New Jersey is not highly rated at all. So really, any of the schools we picked are drastically better rated than the one he's going to. And we narrowed it down to Liberty, Foothills, Coronado, and Green Valley High School.
And when we say ratings, we're talking about U.S. News and World Report. Their report on high schools gives you ratings on a bunch of different criteria, and that's what we use to figure out where we might want to send him. Our original plan when we first started talking about this was to build a new house because we've never had a new house. But after looking at the starting prices for different homes and then realizing that there are a lot of resale homes that are only like less than 5 years old, some of which have never been lived in, that are cheaper than what it's going to cost for us to build, we decided to go with a resale home. So once we decided to move this summer, we realized our deadline was August 12th because that's when the school's district starts out there. We're here in New Jersey, it doesn't start till after Labor Day. So that gave us a pretty clear timeline of what we needed to do when. So after a lot of back and forth and me not sleeping for several nights and worrying, we decided that the best, smartest course of action was to sell our house here in New Jersey first so we have the money for a down payment and we can move out, live in an apartment in Henderson, get the lay of the land, and then go house hunting while we're actually out there. It also made it a lot easier to pull it off in this short time frame, not trying to find and buy a house while trying to sell our house.
So we got an apartment that Josh and I will move out early so that we're out there for the August 12th start date of school. Then Jen will stay behind to sell our house and wrap up the closing and do that kind of thing. And then she'll come out with the dogs. We have 2 dogs, so she'll drive out with them and move in with us after the house sells. Luckily, we happened to go with the realtor that was recommended, who happened to have the perfect clients that were looking for our model of house, and we sold our house in 1 day. Actually,
1 day
before it was listed. That's great news. I mean, we're still staying with our same plan since we need to get them registered for school and we want to be out there before we look for houses. But now we don't have to worry that the house isn't going to sell or Jen's not going to come out for 3 to 6 months.
I'm not going to end up in a stress breakdown.
Yeah, so we'll all be out in the Vegas area by Labor Day actually now, which is great. Once we're all out there, we'll start looking for our house. That way also we're not time bound by what's available now. We can look if something's not available that we love or that fits our price range. We can just wait till one shows up and look at it right away because we'll be right there and get what the best house for us is for the money that and where we want to be. So we will be vlogging this whole experience from moving out to Henderson, getting the apartment, getting bank accounts, setting up, registering cars, all that kind of thing. What do you need to do when you move across country and move to Henderson? Including
documenting what could be a horrible trip with 2 dogs who hate riding in the car. And then, look for me to star in that one.
And then once we're out there, we'll start doing Las Vegas videos, when we go out to eat, casinos, attractions, all that kind of stuff.
So basically there will be a lot more Las Vegas content on this channel. So if there's anything that, after we get out there, obviously, if there's anything that you're particularly interested in seeing or want us to check out, we're game for that because we're moving out there to have the Vegas, not necessarily the Vegas lifestyle, but for all the things that Vegas has to offer. We really like it out there, which is why we decided to make it our home. If you want to join us on this venture, please subscribe. There's going to be a lot of content coming up. Some of it will be somewhat sporadic because there's a lot of work in trying to move across the country, but we will post as often as we can.
So remember to like, share, and subscribe.